trusting the journey you cannot yet see. There will be times in life when the path before you is so unclear that you feel like you're walking through fog, one hesitant step at a time, your heart pounding, your mind filled with questions. You'll ask yourself, why isn't this working? Why am I struggling? Why am I here? But faith, real faith, isn't built in the moments of certainty. Faith is forged in the shadows, when you can't see the road ahead, but you keep moving anyway. It's the quiet whisper that says, keep going. There's purpose in this, even when everything in you wants to stop. Faith is not about everything turning out the way you planned. Faith is about trusting that however it turns out, it will be for your highest good. It's the deep knowing that there's a divine rhythm to life, one that doesn't always match your timing, but always matches your destiny. When you walk in faith, you stop chasing what's not meant for you. You stop forcing what's fading. You stop begging for things that are trying to leave, because you understand that rejection is not always loss. Sometimes it's protection. There's beauty in the moments when life doesn't make sense. Those moments are invitations to lean in, to listen deeper, to trust harder. Faith teaches you patience. It teaches you to breathe through the unknown, to believe through the silence, to trust that what is meant for you will find you. You see, the universe doesn't operate on your schedule. It operates on alignment. And sometimes alignment requires delay. Sometimes it requires discomfort. Sometimes it requires solitude. The strongest souls are not the ones who have had the easiest journeys. They are the ones who learn to trust the journey, who learn to keep walking even when their knees were shaking, who learn to say, even if I can't see it, I believe something beautiful is being built behind the scenes. Walking in faith is not about perfection. It's about surrender. It's about releasing control and allowing life to unfold in divine order. There will be seasons of waiting for clarity, waiting for healing, waiting for that opportunity, that breakthrough, that answer to prayer. But waiting in faith is not wasted time. Waiting in faith is sacred time, the kind of time that molds you, shapes you, refines you. It's in the waiting that your character is built. It's in the waiting that your strength is revealed, because faith without patience is fragile, but faith built in stillness, that's unbreakable. Sometimes faith feels lonely. You'll find yourself walking away from what's familiar, from what once felt safe, from people who don't understand your vision. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next season. Faith requires space to grow, space to hear, space to become. It requires silence so you can hear the whispers of your soul. And when you finally stop fighting the silence, when you stop rushing to fill every moment with noise, you start to feel something shift. You start to sense peace, quiet, steady peace, the kind that can only come from trust. Faith is knowing that even the detours are divine. Every wrong turn, every delay, every heartbreak, it's all part of a bigger map that you can't yet see. You think you've been delayed, but you've actually been redirected, because God, the universe, or whatever name you give that divine intelligence, it sees the whole picture. It knows which mountains you're ready to climb and which storms you're strong enough to survive. And every single challenge is preparing you for the next chapter of your destiny. There's something incredibly powerful about reaching a point in life where you no longer need to understand everything. You just need to trust. Trust that you're being led somewhere meaningful. Trust that the pain you feel has purpose. Trust that every tear, every failure, every no is building the kind of resilience that can't be shaken by circumstance. That's what walking in faith truly means. Faith is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, the kind of courage that doesn't come from certainty, but from surrender. It's saying, even though I don't know how this will work out, I choose to believe it will. It's stepping into the unknown with confidence, knowing that the same power that created oceans and galaxies also created you, and it didn't make a mistake. When you walk in faith, you stop trying to control every outcome. You stop overthinking every possibility. You stop living in the past or worrying about the future. You start trusting that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be, that every step is leading you closer to your purpose. When you truly walk in faith, your energy changes. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop begging and start receiving. You stop doubting and start knowing. Because faith isn't blind, that it sees beyond what eyes can see. It sees possibilities where others see endings. It sees purpose where others see pain. Think about it. Every major breakthrough in your life started with a moment of uncertainty, a moment when you didn't know if you were making the right decision, a moment when you doubted yourself, a moment when you were scared, but you did it anyway. You took the leap, you sent the message, you applied for the job, you walked away from what no longer served you. That was faith. That was you trusting the unseen. And because you trusted, life responded. The universe always rewards faith, not always immediately, but always eventually. Because when you believe before you see, you send out a frequency that attracts miracles. The energy of faith is magnetic. It pulls in the blessings that are meant for you. It says to the universe, I'm ready. I may not have it all figured out, but I'm open. I'm available. I trust. And that energy changes everything. It doesn't just change what you attract. It changes who you are. You become calmer, more grounded, more at peace. You stop reacting to every problem and start responding with wisdom. You stop needing validation from others and start finding your strength within. You stop running from pain and start learning from it. That's the magic of walking in faith. It transforms you from the inside out. You stop being afraid of the unknown because you've learned to find beauty in it. You start seeing life not as something that happens to you, but something that happens for you. You see every chapter of your life, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the painful, it's all connected. It's all shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Faith allows you to move through it all with grace, to hold peace even in chaos, to smile even through tears, to believe even when logic says not to. There's an old saying, faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. That's exactly what life is, a series of steps, not all of which you can see, but all of which are necessary. You can't skip the hard ones, the confusing ones, the waiting ones, because those are the steps that build strength, wisdom, compassion, and trust. And when you reach the next level, you'll realize that the faith that carried you there was not just belief in something greater than you. It was belief in yourself. Because when you walk in faith, you are walking in partnership with the divine. You become a co-creator of your destiny. So if you're listening right now and you're in a season that feels uncertain, breathe. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are not forgotten. You are being refined. You are not failing. You are becoming. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep trusting. The light you are searching for is not ahead of you. It's within you. And as long as you keep moving in faith, that light will lead you home. Because no matter how dark it seems, faith always finds a way. Always.